in our business, Miss Cindy Velez. She's been working with us for a couple of weeks now, did over $10,000 in her first 10 days on the job, and has been one of our top and most consistent performers since she started up a few weeks back. So, Cindy, just to kind of thank you first and foremost for having this interview with me today. I'm so excited to be able to kind of share your success with everybody else. So, Cindy, kind of start up. Can you just give a little of your background, a little bit of your story?
Yeah, most definitely. Thank you, Aaron, so much for having me today. It means a lot to me. But just a little background. I grew up in a small town south of Hartford, East Hampton. Went to school there my whole entire life, but I graduated from Southern back in December. It was my last semester. Finally graduated, got my degree in business management, focus in marketing. And honestly, it was like a long time coming. I changed my major 4 times. I dropped out for a year. Switched schools, so it was definitely a long time coming, but I finally found something that I love to do, so that was great. And then now just being with you guys and getting to know everyone, that's another step in my life that I'm so happy to get to share with everyone.
Cool. Yeah, you had 4 different, what were your majors that you had?
So I started off with astronomy. I really loved that, but then kind of soon, quickly found out I really wasn't good at physics. So then that was when I transferred over to Southern, and I still wanted to stay with the earth sciences, because I had taken my biologies, all those classes. So I took up geology, and then, at that point I was taking geomorphology, I was taking oceanography, mineralogy. So not only was I taking the classes, but I was also taking the lab courses that were involved. So I was in school Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and it just wasn't me, quickly soon came to realize that it just wasn't me. I was failing a couple of my classes. That just wasn't me. I was always honor student, always wanted to be on the dean's list. So then that's when I kind of left school for the year just to sit back and kind of reconfigure myself, see what I really wanted to do. Then I went back exactly a year later. I applied the day of the deadline. Miracles happened. I got in by Sunday, and then by Monday I was already walking on campus first day of class. And that's when I switched over to the business world, and I took up accounting. Financial accounting was great, but managerial, once the numbers got 10 times bigger, I was like, oh, Cindy, you're not that great at math. So that's when I finally switched over to marketing. And that really clicked for me, just like consumer behavior and really trying to fit what everyone likes, what everyone's needs and wants are, and always changing and adapting to those as well. And then, I've always worked in a restaurant. All I know is that consumer service. So being able to tie in my experience working at a restaurant compared to what I'm doing now and all the courses that I took over college, it kind of makes sense. And I was like, okay, this is what I was meant to do.
So kind of those, if there's any students watching, Cindy, you can pretty much tell them you don't need to have everything figured out your first year of school, right?
No, you don't. It's going to take you a while to really figure out what you like. And, I told my brother and my sister, they're going to be seniors this upcoming fall. And I always tell them, you need to, just sit back, relax. You're going to take general courses, but it's okay if you don't know what you want to do. Even now after graduating, I kind of want to do a whole career change. So you'll never know. You're always, adjusting to what you like and what you want to do. So at the end of the day, don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. You'll find your way one way or another. We all do.
Thank you. Now, Cindy, as you're coming into your, you're looking up new jobs for the summer and everything, you found this, you came in for your interview. What were some of your thoughts that you were kind of going through as you were going through the interview process, your first couple of days of training? What was kind of going through your mind?
Truthfully, so when I first stumbled upon the opportunity, I really loved the fact that everything was totally remote. I could work from the comfort of my own home. Kind of make up my own hours. But even going through the whole interview process, I really came to learn the type of culture that everyone follows and the values and morals that everyone has. And, just being able to be a part of that, it's I can't even explain it. It's nice to have a group of people that are always have your back and are always going to be there for you. They're just a call away. And even if they don't answer the first time, you're going to get a call back within the next 3 seconds. So everyone is just very there. Everyone's super supportive, and really any questions that you have, everyone will kind of guide you, and everyone just wants the best for you. You're in the best interest of everyone else. So that's what I really appreciate, and getting to know everyone so far.
Yeah, but being nervous, a little shy at the beginning of the process, but
I was definitely. Yeah, definitely.
You just kind of gave it a shot, right?
Definitely super shy, but I kind of was like, you know what? Let's just give it a shot. You really don't have anything to lose, You're not going backwards if you try. If anything, it's either a yes or no, and then you move on to the next if it doesn't work out. But at least you can say that you tried. But being nervous, most definitely, but you get through it.
Cool. And I mean, $10,000 fast start, that's obviously a very prestigious thing in our company, already over almost at your $14,000 level at this point now, Cindy. So now you've been here for a few weeks now. You're starting to get the grips of everything. What has been your favorite part of the position so far?
Truthfully, one of my favorite parts, not only getting to know everyone that I kind of work with, but also just being able to network myself to a lot of different customers and just different people, because everyone comes from such a different walk of life, and just being able to network yourself and really get to know other people. And then also one of my other favorite things is I've really been pushed to go out of my comfort zone. So also not only talk to the people that I normally get to talk to on an everyday basis who I'm comfortable with, but also to be able to get myself out there and get out of my comfort zone, talk to those who I won't normally get to on an everyday basis, catch up with old family friends, something like that. So just being able to network myself and just go out of my comfort zone has been one of my favorite parts so far.
Yeah, usually in that moment, it's very hard and scary in that moment, but you can probably tell you've definitely gained a lot just because of going outside of your comfort zone.
People are nice, people love to get to know each other, and especially after going through COVID and everything, everyone's all open arms. Everyone wants that human interaction. So it's nice to be able to meet someone and have a great conversation with them.
Cool. So kind of expanding on that a little bit, getting out of your comfort zone, it sounds like you're learning a lot of new things about yourself. What are some of the biggest insights and skill sets that you think you've gained since you've started?
Yeah, most definitely. I think that my communication skills have definitely improved. I was always a good writer in college, but I could never really get up in front of a stage and really talk to people, present. So being able to sit behind my computer and talk someone's ear off about all the great products that we have, all the great information. So my communication skills have definitely improved, but also my confidence skills. Like I said, I've been kind of pushed to go outside of my comfort zone. So my confidence skills have definitely gone up. And honestly, that's such a great asset to have just in life, because wherever you go, you're going to need to talk to people. You can't be afraid to get yourself out there. So definitely my confidence and communication have excelled.
Fantastic. Yeah, I'm just talking to you right now. Now, obviously, I saw you when you first started. I helped train you, and it's one of the favorite things I love about doing this. Is just giving great, amazing people like you that opportunity to really step outside of your comfort zone and grow as an amazing young leader. And then, what are you excited for about the future in our business here, Cindy? So you're about almost a month into the position now. I mean, obviously, you got invited to your first manager candidate meeting this morning. So what are you excited about for the future?
Truthfully, I'm just super excited to go start going to some shows. I really want to be present at all of our trade shows that we do, but also I'm just super excited to just also get to help some of the newer folks in this company, kind of walk them through, give them my answers to how I kind of got started and how I'm doing well so far. So I want to be able to share that knowledge. But I'm also just super excited to keep on raising my goals. I set my first 10 days, you guys see, I set a goal for myself to do 10K in sales. I crushed it. So I'm just super excited to see my full potential and other people's potential as well. You have to keep on setting your goals higher and higher. And at the end of the day, if they don't scare you, then they're not big enough.
Awesome. That's one thing I just love about Cindy. You always want to help people around you and help them grow as well. Now, I'm throwing a little curveball here. A little fun thing about Cindy. What's a fun fact that most people don't know about Cindy?
A fun fact. See, this is kind of a tough one. I wouldn't know if it's that much of a fun fact, but if you ask me to, I could spend all day in the kitchen. I just love to cook. I don't know how fun of a fact that is, but I'll cook breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. I could be in the kitchen all day. I really enjoy it. Really kind of being creative with my recipes, just throwing everything in a pot and a pan and seeing what I can come up with. So I love that. And, my mom especially loves me.
So what's your favorite?
More for that.
And what's your favorite thing to eat?
Favorite thing to cook? Oh God, honestly, anything that has to do with chicken cutlets. I can make chicken piccata, chicken parm. Definitely love the whole process of it. My mom calls me crazy every single time I go in there and make them because it takes me hours. She's like, "Can never stand in the kitchen for hours." I'm like, it's relaxing, But I want to say my favorite thing to eat is just literally pasta. I love throwing things together to make a nice pasta, a nice sauce. Light sauce, marinara, really anything. Can just be so creative. That's the thing about pasta. You can just be creative.
I don't think you could have found a better position here, Cindy, matching up your cooking skill sets.
All right.
And then as we start to wrap up our interview here, Cindy, so obviously some people are watching. They might see this a little bit later on. It's like, hey, I might want to try out sales, but they might be scared to do so. What would you say would be some words of advice from you to somebody who is kind of nervous and not really sure what they wanted to do?
Most definitely. I was super nervous when I always told myself, you should go into sales. You know, you're always working at a restaurant, and that is pretty much sales within itself. But I never really thought that I would actually go for it. So I was very on the fence, but I kind of just went for it. And, you know, I kind of faced my fears. So I would just say to anyone who's super interested, just face your fears. I mean, you'll never know something unless you try it. Like, you won't know if you don't like something until you try. So that's my biggest thing. Just don't be afraid of what other people say. Don't be afraid of your inner demons. Just go for it. Awesome.
Thank you so much, Cindy. And some shameless plugs before we wrap up. Guys, don't feel afraid to follow me on Instagram at AaronWinterOfficial. Follow Cindy on Instagram at Cindy_Velez. And guys, we are still hiring for summer positions. A lot of you guys might be graduating high school here either last week or this week. You guys see right there on the bottom, if you're looking for work, either part-time, full-time, get some great experience and grow like Cindy has been able to, just feel free to apply at ctstudentwork.com. You guys see there on the scroll right there on the bottom. But Cindy, again, thank you so much. I didn't even realize we were matching the whole time unintentionally. But again, thank you so much for everything that you do. I cannot wait to see the rest of what you're going to do for the rest of the summer and coming up, and more of the growth that you're about to have. And you know that I'm feeling you're going to be winning that Punta Cana trip that we're going to be coming up here very soon.
Oh, yeah. And there's great trips involved, so why not go for it?
Yeah. We're gonna take a whole boatload of amazing, fun people to a cool resort in Punta Cana for 4 days, all inclusive. And I know somebody like you, Cindy, loves to travel. I have a feeling this gonna be the first of many fun vector trips that we're gonna be able to partake on. So I hope everybody has an amazing evening. Again, thank you, Cindy, for your time today and your insights. And I will see everybody next week with Burn.